At my most annoying age, I got returned to the orphanage 3 times by different foster families. Because I had an argumentative personality and a sharp tongue. Until the 10th couple showed up at the orphanage with a little boy. Suddenly, text appeared in front of my eyes. The antagonist's young master has been spoiled rotten since childhood. He's so arrogant that anyone who dares talk back to him ends up facing consequences. His parents are desperate. That's why they want to adopt a sweet, obedient child to hopefully influence him. A sweet, obedient child? Well, that's definitely not me. I yawned lazily when an arrogant voice rang out. Mom, look at that girl yawning. She's so fat. I frowned instinctively and shot back. Where? Did your eyes get glued shut with sleep gunk? The antagonist's young master stared at me, frozen. After 10 seconds of dead silence, he burst into tears. His face turned bright red, but he still managed to give orders. Mom, she talked back to me. I'm going to make her whole family pay. I had to admit, he was actually pretty cute. Even crying like that, his features were still perfectly defined. But the other kids at the orphanage weren't admiring him. They were terrified. They stood there, heads down, not moving an inch. More text appeared before my eyes. Since the other kids never wanted to play with me, I spent all my time reading alone. I learned so many words that I could understand most of what I was seeing now. This girl looks sweet, but she's savage. She has no idea how difficult the antagonist becomes later. Right now he's just spoiled, but as an adult he's absolutely ruthless. Just because the female lead rejected him, he detained her and hurt the male lead right in front of her, keeping him confined. Good thing this girl doesn't fit their adoption criteria. Otherwise, who knows how she'd suffer. I felt relieved. I was far from obedient. As long as they didn't adopt me, the antagonist's future had nothing to do with me. The beautiful lady apologized to Ms. Jenkins, the orphanage director. His grandparents spoiled him rotten. I just don't know what to do anymore. Ms. Jenkins apologized right back. No, Rory here is just naturally like this. I don't know what to do either. Only I stood there alone. Straight-backed, I looked seriously at the young master and shook my head. You can't make my family pay. Because first of all, I don't have one. The young master suddenly stopped crying. He stared at me, then hiccuped. His little face turned red, then he shouted aggressively. That's impossible. Don't you have parents? I tilted my head, confused. Is that a tumor on your neck? Don't you even know where you are right now? The young master froze, finally remembering he was at an orphanage. He was so angry he started panting. He opened his mouth, then closed it again. His whole body turned red. His favorite threat was completely useless against me. He started to panic. He turned and threw himself at the beautiful lady, pounding her thigh with his little fists, crying and hiccuping, snot and tears mixing together. Mom, make her go away. I don't like her. I don't want to see her. A flash of exhaustion crossed the beautiful lady's face. Ms. Jenkins immediately came over and took my hand, apologizing. Mrs. Whitmore, I'm so sorry. I'll take Rory back right now. Mrs. Whitmore was about to stop her, but Ms. Jenkins looked at me sternly. Rory, go apologize to your brother, then we'll go back. Reluctantly, I walked toward the young master. He watched me warily, clinging tightly to Mrs. Whitmore's leg. I stood straight in front of him and smoothed out my faded little dress. Softly, I said, I'm sorry, brother. The young master lifted his chin and snorted, his face returning to its arrogant expression. That's when my genetic programming kicked in again. I tried to hold it back. I really did, but I couldn't. So I added, which part of what I said hurt you? Please tell me, so I can say it again. The young master's eyes slowly widened in disbelief. The more he looked at me, the more hurt his expression became. The next second, his